What's up, everybody? Welcome to Counterpoint. If you're on social media and you see videos or reels done by black men about the crime in the black community, you might see a video where a black man or a black woman is talking about how black lives should also matter to us when it's our own taking out our own. When you see a video like that, if you look in the comments, somewhere in the comments is going to be another black person. And I hate to say it, but these type run from responsibility and accountability, so they come up with things, or they're always looking to even the score. For instance, somewhere in the comments, some other black person is going to say to the host of that post or video, why are you harping on black crime? And I'm gonna use the word crime instead of just saying homicides or killing, just for the sake of YouTube. I'm just gonna say crime, but y'all, when I say crime, I'm talking about unalivings. They're gonna say, why are you harping on black crime as if white or other races don't commit the same level or percentage of crime as we do? For instance, in black on black crime, unalivings, 85 to 90%, well, in black unalivings, 85 to 90% of that homicide happens by the hands of another black person. In the Caucasian community, it's about 80 to 85% happens at the hands of another white person. So if you look at those two figures, 85 to 90, 80 to 85, it's pretty close. So you'll say, well, what's the deal? You harping on us as if they're not doing it. They're doing the same thing we're doing, but you ain't saying nothing to them. Why? Becomes a question. I want to answer that. When you're talking about that 85, let's just say 85%, it is true that most of those crimes are done by people you know and communities that you live in. So a lot of times that demographic, 85% of the time in both races, is going to be the same, because those things take place where you live and amongst people that you know. Common sense. But that's not the number that is scary. That's not the number that is threatening. That's not necessarily the number that raises concern. So you've answered one, but you haven't addressed the other. So let's do that. Per capita, let's take 1,000 white people. Per capita, let's take 1,000 black people. Let's say that today a white man unalive another white man. That's way up there, 85%. He took them today. This the number that is scary per capita based on this example. Okay? By the time another Caucasian person take the life of another Caucasian person after today, in the black community, we would have taken 10 lives of our own people. So it's not the percentage that we're concerned about, it's the rate of the crime. That's what's important. Black homicides, on black homicides, is at a rate of 8 to 10 times more than the Caucasian community. That's the scary part. Not just, hey man, they taking out their own like we take out our own. Yes, that's true. And by the time they get to the second one, we've already done 10. So do the math. They do 1, we do 10. They do 2, we've done 20. Here's the problem when you start breaking down those kind of figures. We're only 13% of the population. We represent a very small number of the population in comparison to the Caucasian community. We're only 13%. So that's what becomes the problem. 13% of the population is taking out their own at a rate of 10 times more than the rate of the one who is the majority of that population. Because Caucasian people are the majority of what's in America. And we're taking each other out 10 times more than the majority. So before you jump in people comments talking about why you complaining and why you fussing and why you pay attention to these numbers, man. If you seem to care, if Black lives is really important to you, or you just want to jump on your phone and a keyboard and come against somebody that's actually has a heart for the community and tired of seeing us take one another out. And if you my age, you've been seeing it for 30 years. And now with the YNs running around and the ridiculousness of why we taking one, at some point you just get tired and fed up with it. And you start talking about it. For somebody to jump in the comments and say, hey, they doing the same thing we are. The hell they is. No, they not. 10 times in the Black community. We take one another out more than Caucasian people take themselves out. And we're only 13% of the population. I believe it was Jay-Z that said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. 13% of the population takes out 10 times more than the Caucasian community. I said we got work to do.